was...
Connie didn't agree. But he sorted me out with some painkillers and something to help me sleep.
What didn't you agree with?
Personally, I wouldn't have discharged him.
He wanted to see me again, though, as soon as I dropped a few pounds.
He knew you were ill and he discharged you.
I never actually left the premises.
Is this some sort of sick joke?
Donna, I'm right, aren't I?
About what?
You haven't seen a colovesical fistula repair before?
No, I haven't, no.
I didn't think so. Look, I've spoken to Mr. Williams and he's juggled your schedule. Michael's so convinced that your ambition is worth encouraging.
Well, he's helped me a lot, you know, getting theatre time and stuff, so...
Should my ears be burning?
You can be so selfless, darling. Donna was just telling me how good you've been to her.
Finding me theatre time and that. Dr. Carson has got me in theatre with you for Mrs. Richards, but I was just going to say that I would feel guilty leaving them in the lurch here on the ward, so...
Will you? What about leaving me in the lurch? I've arranged it now. Don't want me to be stupid, do you?
We should discuss this.
Okay, well, you guys do that and let me know.
And therefore, Holby City's evolving zero-tolerance mission statement requires that a patient strives to be in the best condition.
So Steve wasn't looked after probably because he's a bit overweight.
I am here, you know.
That's an interpretation, but as I said, he wasn't under my supervision. What developed was a general surgical complication.
Peritonitis.
And that is why he needed a GS consultant.
I get that, but I do not want that consultant to be Rick Griffin.
Kathy, Mr. Griffin, he was only doing his job. Anyway, he's right about me making the best of myself. It's not as if I haven't had warnings.
I want you to be his consultant.
Kathy, you know I can't do that. He needs a general surgical consultant.
Well, find someone else.
Well, Mr. Spence might be an alternative, but you know what, let's just cross that bridge when we come to it.
Michael Spence.
You know him?
Yeah, I met him. We met him. He's young American.
Yeah.
Is he good? Do you rate him?
Well, I think he's one of the country's best.
Oh, that'll do.
Better than Rick Griffin. So that'll be a yes, then. Right, that's sorted. Michael Spence gets a chance to prove that this hospital deserves our support. How would it be if our charity was zero bloody tolerant?
Never pays to get on the wrong side of the wife.
Everything all right, Mr. Hope? I heard about the little incident on the stairs.
Yes, well, perhaps you could keep that to yourself. As Miss Naylor may be out for some time, would you mind juggling my list round?
Well, I'm not the ward sister, but I will let them know.
Great, lovely, thank you. Hello, Darwin. Hang on, Sister Anderson, have you seen where she is?
No, I haven't seen her for a while.
Sorry, we haven't seen her. Yes, of course, I'll give her that message. OK, bye. Could you do that? Jill Fordyce, apparently Dyche missed an appointment.
Forsyth. Yes, I'll tell her.
Right, best crack on. If the kettle phone's back, could you let me know? I know you're not a messaging service. You're much more than that. You must come back. We miss you here.
Okay, Nurse Jackson, you may want to pay attention here. For inside the Elgar-loving Mrs. Richards, we have the sigmoid colon. And this is the section of the bowel that has diverticular disease. This is the portion that's been stuck to the bladder and fistulated.
Poor woman. Can you imagine all that pain and uncertainty? Years of pointless, avoidable, recurrent agony.
She was misdiagnosed?
Repeatedly. Eventually, her instinct told her that enough was enough, and she had the good sense to stop believing her doctor.
Wow. She'll soon be sitting through her cello concertos with renewed passion. It's all good.
TLC 75, Mr. Spence?
Yep, I think so.
Linear cutter. It'll help Mr. Spence remove the diseased portion of the bowel without contamination. In the hands of our very own maestro.
All right, that's enough. But thank you very much, Dr. Young. We can bring the omentum down and interpose between the anastomosis and the bladder.
Mrs. Spence, 5 minutes, if I may.
I'm a little busy here, Miss Beecham.
If you don't mind.
You can do it?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna need a primary anastomosis with ceremuscular sutures. Mask, please. All right, you want me?
No.
Kathy Hewitt is in a state of paint-peeling fury. I need you to take over Steve's care.
Hewitt's got a consultant.
One with him she won't countenance continuing.
It's not my problem.
No, but you are the solution.
I think Ray can handle it.
Michael, I need someone with effortless skill, peerless competence and calm. I need you. You do understand what the Hewitts' endowments mean to this hospital?
Lots of zeros. Like I said, sorry.
Well, medically it's straightforward. It's just interpersonally, it's a minefield.
Connie, this is one of your Machiavellian games, and I am not your pawn. I know where I'm going to be and who I got to be with today.
Under the thumb.
Does Rick even know you're doing this?
It'd be a great opportunity.
Who died and made you my cheerleader?
Rick's position has become untenable, and the only way to rescue the situation is to put the best person forward.
Hewitt's recovering?
Extremely well.
And you're sure you can smooth it out with Rick?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm in. Mask?
What was so urgent?
Something and nothing. That's a very good job.
Thank you. She called you out of theatre?
It's nothing.
Leave it with me, I'll sort it out, okay? I mean, not like your lot never cocking it up, is it?
Something wrong?
Have you seen Daisha?
Why, is she making mistakes?
Oh, it's easily sorted.
You know Jill Forsyth called earlier.
Who?
With a message for Daisha. She's been missing her counselling sessions.
No, she hasn't. She was there this morning. And if she has, then her counsellor shouldn't broadcast it.
Oh, Dad, it's hardly broadcasting.
Just leave it, Chris.
When are you going to stop pandering to her, Dad? I mean, she's out there all bright and breezy, making mistakes that you have to put right.
You don't understand.
Why won't you face the truth when it's right in front of you? She's just using you.
You know what? You can shove your snooping and your opinions. You're wrong about her.
Well, we'll see about that.
Right, we are still waiting for an MRI. It's not, I'm afraid.
Look, is this awkward for you?
What?
Well, the way things are going with you and Faye, and you must know how she feels about me.
Well, you do seem to be there when things go wrong for her.
I end up being blamed, but it's hardly my fault.
It wasn't your fault that Joseph thought you were pregnant?
I never said I was.
Well, it's none of my business. So.
I think it is. After all, maybe you and Sister Morton...
We are just friends.
That's not what they're saying in the coffee shop. What, am I the only person in this place who's not allowed to pass on gossip? Careful, Mr. Cullen, you're in danger of smiling.
We are here to talk about your knee, not gossip.
Go on, then.
Thank you.
But let me just say one thing.
Yes?
Maybe it's a good thing that Mr. Hope can't control his dog. If he could, then I wouldn't have had the opportunity to ask you why, if everything in Joseph and Faye's garden was so rosy, did he end up in bed with me?
Jack, I'm so sorry. The dog was in the car barking. I was trying to get the bone and the lead went off. And what can I say?
Accident report form. You have to fill it in.
Can't we just forget it?
Afraid not.
Needless to say, mea culpa, mea maxima.
Ow!
Sorry, my dog, my minor disaster. Well, the least I can do is face up to the consequences.
Well, if I have to. No need to name names, though.
Look, we still need to talk about your knee. It's more swollen than I'd like, so I want you to put the brace on.
Whatever you say.
Needless to say, if there's anything I can do...
I'll miss the triple bypass.
I'm afraid so.
But as it happens, I've been meaning to talk to you about taking the lead in an off-pump coronary artery bypass graft.
Have you? Right.
You'll be scheduling Mr. Lewis's soon, won't you?
See, she doesn't want to make a fuss.
If you say so. Catch you later?
No.
Could you tell Mr. Stiles her operation's delayed?
Is it?
Well, unless Miss Naylor has made a miraculous recovery, it is.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Did you get the message from Jill Forsyth?
No, what message?
She's been chasing up your missed appointments.
What?